Government ministers were on Wednesday briefed by several world-renowned experts in the area of oil and natural resource management at State House. The objective of the one-day caucus was to move preparations to a deeper level of engagement in issues such as prioritizing spending on infrastructure, agriculture and social programs, intergenerational savings, geopolitical considerations, legal and institutional strengthening, benefit sharing and engagement and involvement of the people of Guyana, among others. Delivering remarks after being briefed, President Granger said the brief was timely and reaffirms his government's commitment in ensuring that all resources are used for the right reasons.
We are committed to ensuring that the production of petroleum in this country benefits not only the present generation, but to generations to come. We see ourselves as the trustees. We see ourselves as the trustees of this great resource. The foreparents of many of us in this room were brought here to work on the sugar plantations. The Chinese, the Portuguese, the Indians, Africans. And we now have to develop a vision of this new industry. A vision of the petroleum industry as an asset that will serve generations.
And that is why the President said it is important that the government at this point in time be very cautious, because the planning now is not only for a short time.
In this regard, I share with Raphael the view that we need to start with education. Many people are dazzled by the prospect of petroleum wealth. We need to educate ourselves as a cabinet, as a government, and the population as a whole to take a sober approach to the exploitation of this valuable resource. We need to create the organization, the structure that will manage this resource. And even now, as I speak, we are in a state of transition.
The President said the country would be taking steps to ensure that all the gaps are being tightened before the actual production of oil.
We need to design the legislation to protect Guyanese citizens and our children from the exploitation or from the adverse aspects of exploitation of this resource. We need to mobilize not only national will, but national resources. This is going to be the single largest industry in Guyana. A country of over just about 750,000 people. We need to ensure that our resources are mobilized so that every Guyanese understands the importance of petroleum.
Among the persons who briefed the government were Sir Paul Kalia, a professor at Blavatnik School of Public Policy at the University of Oxford, former United States Ambassador to Venezuela, Ambassador Patrick Doddy, Dr. Valerie Marcel, an Associate Fellow at Chatham House, former manager of the Chilean Sovereign Wealth Fund, Mr. Eric Parado, Mr. Peter Harrington, a Fellow at Harvard Kennedy School, and Professor Paloma Mohammed from the University of Guyana. Royden James, HGP Nightly News.